Warm greetings. In this particular episode, I would very much like to present a much more comprehensive and broader range of information about the various possibilities and numerous applications of the powdered black oak. Over a year ago, a group of friends who were quite interested in health and wellness approached me and asked me to develop a comprehensive and detailed method of research to determine whether powdered black oak has any significant or noticeable effect on health or not. At first, I was very skeptical about this topic, but remembering my grandfather's stories about black oak trees lying in the rivers in Volhynia, this topic somehow intuitively interested me. We chose quantum resonance research, originating from Soviet Baikonur. We studied people using this powder. We examined them before, after 6 weeks, and after another 6 weeks, then compared results. The key issue was the reference point. We decided to conduct studies, so to speak, on people who chose to try using this powder. We examined them before application, after 6 weeks of use, and after another 6 weeks of use. And then we compared all the results. Now, the important issue was the reference point for these studies. You always need to have some kind of baseline to compare it to. So we decided to take 5 random individuals for whom we had data, who either did nothing for their health or were treated, so to speak, with conventional medicine. You always need to have some kind of reference point to compare it to. So we decided to take just 5 random individuals, specifically for whom we had comprehensive data, who either did absolutely nothing for their health or were treated, so to speak, with conventional and traditional medicine. The first table you currently see visually on the screen presents the 5 individuals I mentioned, who are in the process of undergoing traditional treatment and additionally supplementing with over-the-counter medications. As I mentioned, we are slightly showing the effects on 250 parameters. The first group consists of parameters related to the circulatory and nervous system, such as, in the table, it's clearly shown that if we indeed have a 1 in green, it indicates an improvement between the first and last examination, while a 1 in gray indicates a deterioration of the parameters. Gray, worse blood; green, better elasticity. If that person had poor blood density, then worsened, shown in gray. Improved vascular elasticity is shown in green. Green means improvement, gray means deterioration. If that person had low vascular elasticity and it improved from the first examination to the second, then that's indicated by a green one. So green means an improvement in the parameters, while gray indicates a deterioration in the parameters. Without going into detail, you can see how it looked overall. So green means improved parameters, gray means worsened parameters. And without going into detail, you can see overall how it looked. By slowly scrolling through this table, I'll show you those 200 parameters and how they appeared during treatment and supplementation with traditional methods available at the pharmacy. As you can clearly see, the landscape is a captivating mosaic of green and gray. Sometimes the green shades become more dominant, creating a lively and vibrant scene. At other times, the gray hues prevail, offering a more calm and muted appearance, especially concerning the circulatory system, particularly with parameters related to the skeletal system. Later, you can see deficiencies in minerals. Despite the supplements, there aren't many improvements. Similarly, the lack of vitamins. You can go into detail here and see how it looks on average for typical individuals. So it's safe to say that a very interesting topic is the contamination of our bodies with heavy metals, where we can also see that over time there are indeed more deteriorations, despite supplementation and detoxification of the body, according to doctors' recommendations. The most common problems and deteriorations that can be recorded with collagen, which is a vital protein, occur in various areas of the body where it is present and plays a crucial role. In conclusion, let's summarize the situation overall. We studied 5 individuals who were treated by the best specialists available to them, supplemented their diets, and did everything we understand as traditional academic treatment in detail. And one can confidently observe that the average individual has more deteriorations than improvements, so I would risk the thesis. By helping in one area, we carelessly hinder many others, and the overall condition deteriorates instead of improving. Even if it was a matter of saving a life, the general parameters after average treatment using traditional methods decline rather than improve. And this is an interesting observation that we should analyze closely to understand what it means. The next table provides a comprehensive overview of 6 individuals who, in the following detailed analysis, decided to test the black oak powder. And the examinations were set up in such a way that we tested all 6 individuals before using this preparation. The next examination was done approximately 6 weeks after daily use of the product, and the third examination was after another 6 weeks, so the second 6-week period of using the preparation. And here the studies show the second examination compared to the first and the third examination compared to the first. And similarly to the previous table, the green color indicates an improvement, while other colors indicate a deterioration of a given parameter. And here we are also examining 250 parameters, and I want to point out that we tried to select individuals from the first studies in such a way that they roughly corresponded to the individuals from the second studies. So there was a man who liked to drink heavily. There was a younger person who simply believed that they took very good care of themselves, athletic. So roughly speaking, in comparison, and it's certainly worth noting that the use of black oak shows clear and significant improvements in many parameters. There we had an average of, let's say, 60, 70 improvements to 80, 90 deteriorations. And here, if we go through this entire table, we'll see that the ratio is completely different. Again, green indicates an improvement, while any color other than green indicates a deterioration of the parameters. And here, please see that basically going through all 200 parameters, there are practically no deteriorations. These are individual cases that are even hard to account for in any way. The same improvements, and in some areas very significant, can be said that if at the end there are 12s and 11s, then basically everyone had this problem and it helped everyone with this issue. In conclusion, if we summarize everything, as you can clearly see, we have a lot of improvements. And in the case of this black oak, on average, between 90 and 110 parameters improve for practically everyone using it, and we have almost no deteriorations at all. By carefully examining this detailed table, you can very clearly and easily see exactly where the strategic use of black oak wood will significantly help and benefit us. It helps little with sperm discoloration, but it's much better for male reproductive functions, right? On the other hand, it helps us a lot with the prostate and blood lipids. It's indeed definitely very beneficial for heart rate and cerebral vessels. Let's leave the meridians for now. With the liver, many people report significant and notable improvements in overall health and well-being, as well as with vision and eye functions and skin functions of the body as a whole. However, where little help can be registered is definitely the gallbladder and the pancreas. An interesting characteristic aspect is the regular reduction of heavy metals, such as lead and cadmium, and other harmful substances, in everyone using black oak in their daily lives. Reduction of toxins, and a great help with mineralization and improving vitamins. When it comes to mineralization, it depends on what problems someone had, but generally not everyone has issues with minerals. However, for those who did, it practically improved for everyone. It has a close connection to the fact that black oak is a mass that has undergone over 50% mineralization. Over the course of many thousands of years of lying, either in peat or in mud. There is also a very important and positive impact on the circulatory system and the blood vessels in the brain. Here we can register huge improvements. It's not detailed here, but if you dive into the specifics of these studies, the improvements in this area are really quite significant. By observing, if you notice how many green colors there are, you'll be able to directly read what the use of black oak helps with and what it helps with less. I would like to invite you to ask questions if you would like to learn more, and feel free to reach out for any further information. I want to draw your attention to a very fascinating possibility, indeed in my opinion, of quickly checking whether a given supplement or medication is helping you, harming you, or perhaps doing more harm than good, or vice versa. With the method of quantum resonance research, you can quickly determine whether something positively affects our health, or conversely, whether a particular medication may be doing us more harm than good. Just examine with quantum resonance before using a specific medication or supplement, and after a period of at least 30 days or more of using that supplement. Unfortunately, my observation clearly shows that most supplements do more harm than good. The same goes for medications. It's often the case that medications can be very helpful in one area, even saving lives, but there are other areas where they can have an indescribably harmful effect, for example, on the liver, gallbladder, or other organs and tissues. If you have any questions in this regard, please feel free. Write them in the chat or send them to the email address.
To sum up, the research results provide us with a lot of valuable information and encourage reflection. I encourage you to take a critical approach to the information that comes from various sources, especially those published online. When it comes to health matters, it's important to thoroughly check whether a given supplement actually offers benefits or may do more harm than good. Making informed decisions in this area is the key to taking care of your health and well-being. See you later.